I've had myself muted this entire intro. Hi. Doing great. Anyways, welcome. Hi. We're here. We're starting an hour late because I was at a baseball game. But we're here now, and we're going to play some Dungeons and Dragons and catch back up on what was happening. So to do that, we are going to hand over to the players and let them introduce themselves. Here we go. Who's going first today?
How about I always go last, so how about I go first?
All right.
I'm Jesse. I play they them. I play Sethra, our wizard. We had a fun time last time. Alright.
Hi, my name is Genzi. I'm playing Fenrir the Wild Elf Monk, and I am currently trying to prevent further crimes from happening.
Mark, you should go next. I want to be last.
Shake my head at you. Right. I am Mock. I play Arcus, the resident rogue.
And I am Arch, the resident fighter, Sable, who is trying to commit more crimes in the just to state that no crimes were committed. Yeah, that's me.
So with that lack of context, who wants to give context? As in the recap of last session.
I mean, kind of the main highlight was taking on this tiefling and the citadel of frozen statues that we see in the courtyard.
Yeah. It's been long discussed our plan to get into the care at Care Dinaval?
This is Denval, yeah.
Nice. It's literally at the top of the map, so I really should know. It's been long discussed, so our genius plan was breaking down the front gate.
No, to be fair, your first plan was to have Sable go have dinner with them, where they decided where dinner should be instead of asking anyone, and then just waited out and then got called out for trying to sneak into the dining hall and steal food.
I was not there for that, so I was not.
Right, you're late. Yeah, so that was the beginning of the session. And
Nice.
then it went to breaking down the front gate. And setting her room on fire to try to cause a distraction.
Yeah. Not ideal.
The tiefling who is the head of this group of Black Knights did try to parlay with you and offer you, well, warn you and try to get you to help them take on some Dwagar.
Yes, but we weren't really in the listening mood.
No, you weren't.
Yeah. We were, as they say, not listening to his bullshit.
There we go, said tiefling. Ice Kadroth.
Yes, Kadroth. After a hard-fought battle, we essentially started looting the place, and I think we found an old lady that also said some stuff about Duergar.
Yep, and then keeled over and died of a heart attack.
Right. Which is still weird to me.
So yeah, I unfortunately got pulled away at the last possible moment. So everything after the fight, I didn't get a chance to participate in. Which
Honestly,
I was told after the fact was some fairly significant things that I should have participated in. So
Honestly, do we want to just redo that? Like some of those, some of
Yeah, I
those
mean, we
scenes,
never
just to,
really got through it, so yeah, we could.
We put a stop to the let's forge a letter scene
Yeah.
so that you
Yeah,
can
yeah.
be here.
Yeah, it was unfortunate timing.
Yeah.
It happens.
And I can go over what the old lady said.
Yeah, why
she-
not?
I have no problem with her staying dead.
I mean, she died of natural causes either way.
I'm about to say, no one killed her.
Sorry, where we go? There it is. My Switch fell off the back of my desk and lost one of its
Oh.
Joy-Cons, so I wanted to make sure I remember to find the Joy-Con.
Oh no.
Yeah, so we'll jump over to the old lady first and then jump back into the scene of let's forge documents. The rest of it was kind of
Yay!
just there, except for Arcus also found a child.
They just had a
Right,
random kid chilling in the stables.
Yep,
Yep.
with their slut dogs.
We will take the dolls. We are not adopting another child.
Where's he supposed to go?
There's people that still live in this damn town. Unless
gonna
martial law
adopt
equates some fucker that lives here. It's not our problem anymore.
We have 2 children.
That you want to conscript for stealing shit.
All right, fair enough. But also, like, okay, I can't believe you're saying this of all people.
Now I stand by what I said.
All right, say that right to Daniel and Lucy. I'm gonna say Lacey. I don't remember their fucking names. Obviously,
Remember their names before you try to use them against me.
Say that in front of Child 1 and Child 2. His name was Alistair Salmond. Salamand.
I'm sweet about calling
Salamander.
salami.
It might as well be Alistair Salami.
Yes, Salamander.
Salamander. Yes, I didn't want to say salamander, but it's hard to say.
Alistair Salamander.
Alistair Salami.
He's like, that neither of those my name. It's like, well, pick one of them.
Yeah. Alright. Well, we will jump back into... I'll just jump back into the scene and reenact, quote unquote,
Dying of a heart
as
attack.
you walk into a room and you find a, old... here we go. A chilly draft wafts through the bedroom despite the roaring fire in the hearth. Bundled under thick quilts and seated in a squat rocking chair in front of the fire is a venerable dwarf with a wooden peg where her right foot should be. Next to her on a small table is a plate of food. I've been dreading this moment, she says.
And what moment would that be?
She lazily kind of motions to all of you guys and you entering the room, kind of. This moment here. I guess I should warn you of what I have foreseen, what I tried to warn that fool of a man Kadroth about.
Were you working for him?
As much as one could. I wouldn't say I work for him as much as I advised him on matters.
No need to specify your loyalties. We have no plans to kill old crones.
No, you don't. I know that already.
You
By
seem
your
to know a
hands,
lot,
I will
don't you?
not die.
Oh. Well, what do you have to say?
Have you ever heard of a Dwagar named Zardarok Sunblight?
Yes, and I am tired of this fantasy that Kadroth was trying to sell us the same ridiculous story.
Fantasy. You insolent fool, you're as foolish as he is.
Am I now?
Zadroth will conquer the Icewind Dale unless you do something about him.
Oh, lovely, lovely.
He has a
Where have you? Please go ahead.
He has a fortress under the surface of the spine of the world. I bet you didn't even know that much.
He mentioned something about it being in the mountains, and we literally were in the mountains. We didn't see a single Dwagar.
You didn't see what is invisible, and you were not looking
Oh
for.
Oh my god, you people! I swear.
If you find his fortress, I can promise you, you will find plans of systematic destruction of all the 10 towns, as well as a forge that is powered by the still beating heart of a dragon. Zadrock is not someone to be trifled with, my dear.
You realize how ridiculous that sounds.
Ridiculous it may be, but it is the truth.
So tell me, how do you know all this?
There are magics that are beyond the comprehension of even wizards such as yourself. Ancient magics of seeing.
Well, the fact that you already know I'm a wizard is a bit impressive, but it's quite obvious that I am someone of great magical potential already.
And as she's looking at you, she says this, and her eyes are like white and glazed over. You're pretty sure she's blind, as she's talking about magics of seeing.
Hmm.
I have visions, and that's what always made me so useful to that imbecile of a leader. Good leader as he may be, he was still an imbecile.
I see. Are you all hearing this? This is ridiculous.
As you're doing that, she looks like she's vaguely glaring at you, going, "Now go and do something about it. Let me die in peace."
Die in peace.
And as you question that, you look, and she is clutching her chest as she slowly, like, coughs a few times, and then goes still.
I guess that's the end of that conversation.
Well, she did say she wasn't going to die by our hands.
Huh?
Quick, does anyone know Revivify?
I really would mess with her, to be honest.
No, it wouldn't work.
Yeah, I don't think a natural means can.
Yeah, like 99% of resurrection magic doesn't work on natural causes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like she was telling the truth.
Oh my god, you're really listening to this.
What incentive does a dying woman have to lie? She
They
gains
are-
nothing from it.
They are seeing things through the power of cultist magic. They are crazy.
Crazy
How is
as
that any
you are,
different?
huh?
Oh shit! I thought she was dead.
I thought they were dead.
No, this is particularly Sable hearing in their head.
Oh, okay, never mind. I don't react like that then. I go, oh shit. Yeah. Yeah, huh. Well, yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's not any crazier than you and your magic.
Uh, In what sense? My
Well,
my powers go off the weave which exists throughout this entire planet. It is it is quite simply the life force of this well, I wouldn't say of the universe. Uh your planet's a little small to be honest, but
you're a little small.
I just like get on my tippy toes.
Still small.
Fuck.
Look at me. I'm Sethra. Look at me. I'm so judgmental of other people's magic.
How tall is Sathra versus Sable?
That is a good
Same.
question.
I imagine Sable's just like a solid 6'2", maybe.
How about say he's an arch character, so he's automatically over 6 feet.
Yeah, all my characters are.
I see. I was 5'7".
Compensating for something, are you?
Oh, I myself am I'm over average height, but I don't know. I like making my characters slightly taller than myself for reasons.
I see.
Um,
For
I
reason.
see.
I
You
don't
should
know.
play like a halfling character once, but they're like
One day,
they should be taller than the average halfling.
human height halfling.
I am
Oh my god.
a 3'8" halfling. Look how tall I
3
am.
foot 8.
Halflings look at him like a freak.
You fucking 4 foot tall freak of nature.
You might as well be a dwarf.
Who let this angry small child into the room?
Oh god.
Anyway,
All right. Let's put the matter to rest for the moment. If anything, we have much more to look around for.
I'm gonna search the woman's body. Does she have anything of note on her person?
Mm,
What the fuck you think an old woman's gonna have on her?
I don't know. Maybe like a fucking wand.
A
She
hard
has-
candy?
her fur, she has a peg leg. She has some jewelry that looks all handmade, not super
Yeah. Okay.
Well, why don't you take the peg leg? That might be useful. I
Yeah, I
say
mean-
sarcastically.
There is
Why,
the
you-
food beside her.
There's the food beside her.
Looking a little cold. Well, rest in peace, old woman. I just leave her be then, since she has nothing valuable on her.
Wow.
Eh. Hopefully you don't wind up down there. Anyway. So there was that office where the townspeak used to be. Oh, well, where his corpse now is. It's a little rank. It's got a stank.
Well, the townspeak was you found him laying in a bed, stabbed.
Oh yeah, that's his
Oh.
bedroom, not office.
But there's also the office that looks like it was where Kodrath took over in his leading.
Oh, right, there was a cat here too, right?
Yes. I think so.
I think we were joking about taking that too.
I mean, why not? It's just a cat.
Yeah, it's just a cat.
For the dogs on the dog sled, but whatever.
Yeah. The child.
Yeah, we could probably put him to work on the dog sled too, but little
I
slow.
mean, yeah.
Right. So there wasn't anything particularly super nefarious, things that said like, "Oh, we killed the townspeak," but they super murdered him. I mean, there's a knife in him right now. But that could be anyone's knife.
Is it
So
like a sacrificial dagger looking knife?
It looks like the most generic of generic knives.
Okay, let's
Yeah.
replace
Everyone's
it with a
starting there.
sacrificial dagger knife.
Let's
Yeah.
not.
I mean, I can just
Where
add.
did we even get a sacrificial dagger from, for starters?
Oh
It's
yeah, I know.
well.
Those are pretty costly.
Like,
And yes, I know
guys,
I
you
know
do
that will
realize
require.
that tampering with anything in here makes it harder to prove your innocence, right?
Well,
There's no
actually not
well
quite.
about this. There's no well about this.
Also, the
Okay,
fact that
yeah.
it's Sable that said, well, not anyone else is funny to me.
There once.
I could just add one document to their
No.
list of documents that says that they definitely killed this townspeak, which they did do.
Yeah, no.
So you just want? I mean, we can just frame you here too. We can say that you killed him.
Sable,
I mean, you're
You
with us.
could,
Sorry,
except
what?
it's your reputation that's on the line here, not mine.
Sable, I really appreciate that you're doing this since you're not actually a criminal. You have a clean record. We're the ones that everyone wants to hang. But
Well, you guys are good fighters. It's always
Terry was
good
the only
to
one to
team
hang.
up with the strongest people.
But I worry that maybe you're going down a dark path.
You're going down a dark path, young one.
You worry about that. I'm more concerned about clearing your guys' names. That'll make things more convenient.
Well, it's quite altruistic of you, but
I think you're misting the forest for the trees here.
yeah.
What?
My worry would be that someone would find the documents and be like, oh, someone tampered with this when they prove their innocence. And that's not good. Clearly, they are guilty, but we aren't guilty, but they think we're guilty. So we need to prove our innocence definitively.
Well, we didn't really leave any witnesses. Old lady's dead. I mean, I guess maybe if someone knows Speak was dead.
What we need is something that will definitely prove that these people are demon worshipping cultists who are
Devil worshipping.
demon devils. It's all fucking underworld bullshit.
There's a very distinct difference.
Well, you know what? If they want to have a talk about it, come up here and fucking correct me.
I think all of you are missing the obvious fact that the evidence here proves itself, and that by tampering it, you're only increasing your own suspicion.
I mean, I don't know if it really proves itself. I mean, we barged in here.
We have
killed a bunch of people.
we have a tiefling encased in demonic ice.
Devilish ice, but I see your point.
Whatever.
You're
I don't
really
care about the semantics.
You're really set on this, defending.
Really
demonic
don't care
thing.
about the semantics about this.
Well,
he is encased in ice from a bad place.
Who's to say we didn't do that while killing everybody here?
Did you?
No, but you guys are I mean, I point at Arcus and Sethra in particular. You guys are already, guilty in the town's eyes. Like, who's to say you guys didn't just ice everybody up in your murder spree?
That's why I'm here.
Also, I literally have no means of
Literally,
icing anybody.
that's why I'm here. I am here as a representative of the 10 towns to figure out what happened and vouch for whatever the truth happens to be. Did you forget that when I said that to you when we first met?
No, we have not forgotten that.
I know
think
you
more-
haven't.
I think he's more
I'm
questioning
talking
Sable.
about the person here in front of us trying to doctor the evidence.
I don't know how well. I don't really know how good your reputation is, but I guess we'll just have to take your word that people will listen to you.
That's
I-
why I'm here.
I think that they'll believe an officer of the law over ice demons. I'm sorry. I'm sorry,
Sable just
Sable.
coughs.
Ice. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Ice devils.
Yeah. Anyway, fine. Then, well, we'll just have to hope that this ice and Fenric's word is good enough. And
And the unaltered documents.
sure, that
So,
too.
The town speaks
for the
knife in his
record, for Fenric's record, the documents here aren't super incriminating of anything. They prove that Kadroth has a network of people throughout the towns reporting on their activities and their attempt to recruit people. It says nothing about the death of either of the town speaks. It's mainly just like, hey, we made it to this town. We found this person who might be interested in joining us. Hey, make sure you keep moving here. We need coverage in this area. Hey, why haven't you reported back in a while? Like, just stuff like that.
Does it say anything about this Duergar guy?
I don't think it says anything about that specific Dwegar, but there'll be warnings like, hey, the Dwegar are on the move. Some people might say they spotted a Dwegar here, their Dwegar's heading south, things like that.
Bunch of rumors. Okay.
There's reports of the Dwegar movement, but not necessarily. And there might be the occasional, like, I think I saw, like, the leader here, but it's mainly in general. I think at one point they do mention, in one of the letters, a note about the, sons of Zadaroth, and that they were getting up to something.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think as long as it shows their activity and things like that, we can tie that to when the party was not in any of the towns. And the idea being that these people obviously were possessed by demonic, devilish forces and are far more likely to have committed murder of the townspeaks over a party that admittedly hasn't had the greatest reputation up until now.
But at least our MO doesn't line up as much as theirs.
Remember, you have to prove anything beyond a reasonable doubt. All you have to do is to create a reasonable doubt, and...
Yeah.
Alright.
You want to check the... Oh, sorry.
I was just going to say, the other thing you guys found that we didn't explore last week was an underground area with a boat.
Well,
I'll explore it then.
We found a boat.
I'm on a boat, motherfucker.
I was thinking that, yeah. So we're like right here-ish?
Yeah,
Is this where the stairs,
so,
like...
you guys go under the, trap door and you're able to find that... I'd say, I'm just looking at which tower it's in. There's apparently a trapdoor in the tower that you guys burnt. But
Too surprised no one.
if you went to check after the flames died down, it'd probably have burned open the trapdoor.
That's a fun way to discover it. We would just be like, oh, let's check out the place that is totally burnt down.
So it's
Make
not
sure
this.
No, sorry. Yes. I said northwest, and I'm like east. No, it is the northwest. So
Oh.
in your exploration of that one, not the one
Okay.
on fire, that would be funny. No, fuck it.
Yeah.
It is this one, because it's funnier.
All right.
It's funnier.
Legend
Who
of spell
cares
start
if it-
revealing it.
You guys were like, you went to check to make sure the fire wouldn't get too out of control if you just left it, and it had burnt itself out, and you're just like, oh, hey, look, there's a hole in the ground now. Wonder
Oh,
what's
hey,
down
look,
there.
there's the floor.
This
floor is made of floor.
Arcus, did you make this?
Not that I'm aware of.
A ladder clings to the west wall, held in place by iron brackets. The ladder descends 12 feet to a hall made of mortared stone, lit and heated by 4 sputtering torches. Extending from the east end of the hall is a water-filled cistern. A small rowboat is tied off near the water's edge.
All right.
So that is now where you're pointing out you came down here.
Nice rowboat.
That seemed nice. I'm not much of a boat person right now, but if any of you would like to row us around.
There is also the opening to the
Oh.
left before the boat.
Oh, I thought we came in.
No,
I
you
thought
came,
we
There's also
you
this
came,
opening to the left over there.
you came down
Okay.
at the end of this hall.
Gotcha. I thought we came in here. Fair
Nah,
enough.
yeah.
All right. Sorry.
Oh, it's fine.
All right. What's in that room?
This room is empty except for 4 sheet-wrapped bodies laying side by side on the floor.
Totally not concerning to find out the gate.
Are they-
I'm gonna go ahead and pull back the sheet on one of them.
You see a human female who seems to, the body is quote unquote melted, like it isn't covered in a thick layer of ice anymore, but it's still cold enough down here. It seems to keep it from decomposing, as you see a female in the Knight of the Black Sword like outfit laying. She seems to have several wounds of likely gotten through combat.
Well, that's a
I
bit
think we have-
gruesome.
We have more damning evidence because maybe she was one of the guards that wasn't a devil worshiper.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do we want to assume the other 3 are basically the same thing, or should we check them all?
As grisly as it is, it's best to check them all.
You find 2 other humans. These are both male, and then you find a female halfling. All very similar, all in Knights of the Black Rose armor, or Knights of the Black Sword armor, and all seeming to, have died in some sort of battle.
Well,
Black Rose is a different game.
Yeah.
Black Rose Dragon.
You will note that like they're wrapped and laid down here pretty respectfully. Like they're properly
Almost
wrapped,
ceremonial.
kept in quote unquote cold storage and left. Versus like the townspeak's body that was left in bed with the fire still burning with a dagger through it, so it started to decompose. Like
Oh, that town speak. Judgment 1 Terrace curb stomped.
No.
Mm.
That one's maybe a little different.
Do we want to check the rest of this area? Like, I don't know
Yeah,
what else we
Yeah.
can see from the boat necessarily.
I think
How
we
big is the
check.
boat?
It looks like. Wait, are these 10-foot squares?
Yes.
Yeah.
It looks like it could fill a 10-foot square.
Let's
Also,
see.
Looks like
Can
it
we see
fills
this
half a
Rowboat.
10-foot square.
This boat
Honestly,
comes with 2 oars and holds 2 medium characters plus their gear.
Ah. All right.
So
two of us.
one to row and one to spot.
Yeah.
So, is it time to play the game of you can't leave these 2 together or else they'll do this. And you can't leave these 2 together. How are you gonna get everyone?
We're not about to somehow
Alright.
start the plot of El Dorado.
All right.
well, I'm a pretty good. I'm strong. I can row.
See, I want to go, but I think no one wants me and Sable to go somewhere together.
I mean, that could be me and Arcus, me and Fenric. Could Arcus and Fenric.
Mark
Fenric,
that's
has no
fine.
qualm one way or the other.
Fenric and one of those kids.
Now he has
Uh,
qualm.
Could
You're
we?
not using the kids as scouts.
Could I send the boat back? Is what I'm wondering.
Well, do you have a plan on how to send it back?
Could I theoretically? Let me.
Does anyone have 50 feet of rope?
I should stuff 50 feet of rope. Yep,
Not
got 50 feet of
yet.
rope.
Okay.
This is the most this rope's ever come in handy.
You can tie one end of the boat and hold the other end at the end at the edge here.
Okay.
So you could get the boat to there. Well over.
Well, we just need to get to here and here.
Yeah, I was just thinking about getting here first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
'Cause that's 25 feet,
Yeah.
5 feet up.
All right. Works. All right. Let's hammer a stake into this boat and then tie the rope.
I am sure there's something to tie the rope to that you don't have to hammer a stake into it, but
All right.
Yeah, it's a boat. I'm sure it has
Alright.
some kind of mooring.
all right. Just wanted to, just
It-
in case.
it
if
is
was
tied
like-
to the shore right now, so
Okay. Good. All right. So we tie it off, and
yeah, stone steps descend into icy water that partially floods this 20-foot wide arc tunnel, which comes eastward into darkness. The roof arches 12 feet above the water, which is 8 feet deep. The rowboat tethered to the water's edge looks safe to use.
looks safe. All right.
What's everyone's
So-
passive perceptions?
18.
15.
Passive is 15.
Okay,
13.
I'd say 15 and up, you guys. As your water eyes glance over the boat and the water, debating who's going to go in and how you're going to get there, do you notice you notice something that is in the water. You can't tell what from just a passing glance, but there's something in the water.
You do not
Oh.
recognize the bodies in the water.
I know.
That was not what I was going to have reference today.
Okay.
Can I take out a ration and just toss that into the water?
You toss a ration into the water. Nothing happens.
Great. It's smart, allegedly,
I know.
or just doesn't know what the fuck I just tossed in there.
Gonna lean over. What are you guys looking at? I'm gonna just look.
I
right,
guess
like,
I'm
next
gonna
the
have to roll a
water.
an actual perception check.
I'm looking too.
I think you don't have to roll perception check. Once you guys actually actively start looking in the water instead of just kind of glancing past it, you see
Knucklefish?
6 human corpses and 6
Oh.
dwarf corpses, and
Oh.
the remains of Castleguard gear, half like submerged and swollen
Ah,
in the water.
We
Oh, yeah,
found the smoking gun.
So we have our damning evidence.
okay. Well, I'm gonna use shape water to bring those towards the shore.
Okay.
All right, Katara.
Which, well, I do bitch as much as her. So, all right. After I get all the corpses onto the shore, how do they? I mean, I guess asking how do they look honestly doesn't. It feels like a stupid question.
Bloated and
frozen and bloated.
swollen and dead.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
these guys are super dead.
Yep.
Well, it's a shame.
Not ideal. But we do know at least the water is safe.
True enough, I suppose.
Yeah, looks a little cold.
A little cold never killed anybody.
Oh.
All right.
Two.
I'm stepping into the boat.
Same.
Okay.
Well, that's
Whoever's
2,
going to
so
Yeah. Tareth. No, Tareth.
Tara!
This one, Seth would just drowns Tareth.
Sables.
My point still stands.
Tareth, or Sethra sees one of the bloated corpses as Tareth for a sec.
One of the many forms he had taken.
Yeah, like fucking has like a war flashback. Like, nah. All right.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Can we? I assume we could probably see this.
yeah,
You can
I would assume so.
see
Well,
that
it's-
there's an opening there.
Yeah. Not.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about the inside the rooms. Like, we could theoretically, do the whole. Like, I drop Sether off here, go back, Fenric here, and then
Oh.
you just
yeah.
slowly make more progress.
Yeah, if you want.
Well, yeah, we were going to the first alcove anyways.
Yeah.
All right.
That's what we were talking about.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm just talking about bringing everybody.
Well, that's what we're talking about with the rope.
Oh.
Yeah.
That
Well.
way we can do 2 by 2
Yeah.
and not have one person go back and forth the whole time.
Okay. Well. I like that part.
It's all right.
Well, let's do that then. That plan.
Yeah. All right. Sethra and Sable will drop off on this location. What do we see?
You see a harmless rat chewing through the corner of a sack of grain laying on the floor.
Well.
Okay.
Yeah. Fuck it. You go and get the other guys. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna investigate the room a bit. Or not get the
Alright.
other guys. Just push the boat over there.
I'll give
Sorry,
it a
I
good-
forgot. I did forget the plan for a sec. I'm sorry. I scream out at Fenric. I'm sorry.
Like we could just pull. Like there's a rope in the boat, so you just pull the
Yeah,
boat to
yeah.
yourself, right?
Yeah, you just he just pulled the bow.
Yeah.
Alright,
Okay.
you guys
Pull the
all
boat.
quickly maneuver and join them over in the room with a sack and a rat that has now run away.
Alright. Anything in
What's
the
that
room?
sound?
Make an investigation check.
19.
The room is empty except for the sack of grain that has been being eaten by a mouse.
Yeah. Yeah, I figured.
Wait, it was a rat. Quick, catch it.
Oh no. Peter Pettigrew? Okay. Sorry. I grew up with those movies, and now they're garbage. So.
I love. Anyway, Sable just climbs back in the boat again.
Alright, I'll jump in.
Alright.
This reminds me of a song. Row, row, row your boat. And I forget the rest.
I'm not familiar with many of the Tyrillian songs.
Brilliant.
Yes, that is the planet that this is, Toril.
Yeah, from this, no, I'd say there's actually a place to moor the boat if you have to take a boat to these places. So you're able to, yeah, tie the rope off if one does not want to hold it while they row across, but you guys can now navigate across to the next area.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright. When we're all dropped off, let's...
Alright.
Yeah.
Frost covers the floor of this dark 15-foot square room. To your left and right are narrow tunnels, and across from this entrance stands an 8-foot tall pillar of ice with a horned, pale-skinned humanoid figure trapped inside. The pillar is wrapped in black chains, and the wall behind it is covered in brown fungus.
Barring that being the biggest warning sign I've ever seen, was it like on like both sides of the tunnelways or just on one of them?
The thing, like this pillar is there.
Oh, it's in the middle. Gotcha.
Yeah, so there's tunnels on either side, and in the middle is the pillar.
Biggest red flag I've ever seen.
Yes.
Can I tell what that fungus is with a 17 nature?
17 nature. Um. It is, you can tell it is brown mold, and it is quite dangerous if you get within 5 feet of it. I'd say with
Quite aware.
17, you are aware that it is. From quick glance, you're just like, oh, given this circumstances, that must be brown mold, and you should not get near brown mold.
Indeed. I'm going to note to the group very quickly. Do not get within the radius of that mold, or you'll start freezing to death. And I'm going to sort of take a marker with my shape water and sort of like essentially make a line in the ground with ice.
Well, good to know. Good on you for knowing that.
You see a lot of strange things. Also, what the hell is that?
Shrugs.
I don't know enough to be able to answer that.
It's some kind of strange demonic pill. I look to Sable. Devilish pillar of sorts.
Do I recognize it?
Make a religion check.
Sure.
Yes, Sethro's greatest weakness, religion.
Yes, actually.
And
Yeah.
Sable's greatest weakness as well, too.
You look at it and you're just like, yep, that seems like a thing that is probably related to them somehow.
Yeah, it's definitely a symbol of the devil they worshipped, I bet. That seems like the logical thing, I think.
Well,
Maybe.
Either way, let's leave it far. Let's leave it alone.
Yeah.
Leave it alone. This is perfect evidence.
What?
They'll find it when they come down here.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, the less we touch, the better.
Alright,
Especially with
alright.
someone blatantly as evil as that thing.
Yeah. I just don't want anybody else to be corrupted by the horrors of organized religion. Sorry.
A little bit of social commentary with your D&D, huh?
That's alright. I just couldn't. Alright.
I guess
So
we'll
it's gonna
explore
look
the
to the
left and right areas.
Yeah,
I'll check out the
or
left
right.
then.
I'll check the right.
All right. So we'll start with to the left. This room is a private quarters of an albino tiefling who sits at a small desk in the dark writing in a book. With
You found that
white
way more
leather
interesting. Right?
covers.
Sorry.
A ink black crow, not cowl. Ink black crow perches on one of her horns. It seems to be reading along with her, scrivening without taking her eyes off the page. She says to you, "Get out."
Okay, but why are you even down here?
I told you to get out.
Can I do a quick look around the room besides, but you said it was dark in here, right?
Yeah, she's sitting
Damn.
in complete darkness.
Damn. Alright, well, there goes that plan. I guess. Alright. I'll just slowly back out of the room then.
What? What just happened?
I found the introvert. She was not happy.
Sable's gonna walk in.
Get out.
And who might you be?
All of you. Leave.
That still doesn't answer my question.
You don't need to know who I am. Just leave me alone and I'll leave you alone.
It's in the right room. I just want to know so that I can engage in the left room
A
scene.
5 foot wide, 8 foot tall tunnel leads to a dark, cold room that reeks of filth.
Alright, it's the shit room. Gotcha. Alright, I'll explore this in a moment. I'll come back over here when I notice that there's a kerfuffle. Alright, well, what's going on over... Oh.
Belzark is staying outside the door just listening in to the conversation that... / waiting for something to happen to Sable at this point.
Well, I see someone has decided to make this their reading nook.
She sighs and is like, "Are you... Do none of you understand basic requests?"
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't... Oh. I didn't know. 'Cause I do a very over-exaggerated bow. We were intruding upon your quite extravagant home. This horrid stone prison that you live in. We don't give a shit. Who are you? And why are you in here? We want to know the answers. So if you don't tell us,
If you won't
we'll
leave,
get the
then
answers out
I
of you.
will. And she gets up from her desk and she starts to try to just brush past you and leave.
Ma'am, I just sort of like put my. Well, actually, I wouldn't. That's not something Setha would do. She doesn't really put her hands on people. I just sort of-
Sable's gonna.
Oh, okay.
And this is how you go to jail.
I'm going to stop this person from leaving. That's my first instinct of people don't just end up down here in the basement of where all these murders happen.
You also
See?
seem to be a tiefling. Well, I don't want to start profiling or anything.
Then don't.
The racism's coming out.
I'm going to anyway.
I want to be racist, but I'm going to be anyway.
So, if you don't want to give answers, fine. But tell me, are you an enemy or not?
She just looks at you guys and sighs and goes, "My lord told me not to antagonize you, and you're making it very hard to listen. So if you just
Can you
let
tell
me
us who...
walk-
Oh, sorry. Go
If you
ahead.
let me just walk away, we can pretend each other never existed."
Can you at least tell me who your lord is?
She smiles and just kind of snorts a laugh. "I would have thought you would guess by the shrine you walk through. You really aren't that bright. I don't know why anyone expects you to do anything."
Is it
Hurtful, but true.
Lavistus?
No shit, Sherlock. What gave it away? The demon encased in ice shrine that's outside this room? I wonder.
Well, don't I
Okay.
feel stupid? Your ridiculous ice gods from your fucking horrid hole that you call a afterlife. I'm so sorry for not recognizing them.
Well, perhaps you should be. And then she continues trying to brush her way out.
I'm going to no.
Sable,
I
we have
No.
nothing to do with her.
Yeah, but I do.
What?
No, he's not letting her leave.
What are you trying to do about it?
Grapple.
Oh my.
My man's about to get burned to hell by an ice tiefling.
Burned by an ice tiefling. I like that.
Well, it could happen.
Crossfire!
You'll get caught up in
Alright,
the...
so I
Crossfire!
believe it'll just be opposing rolls. I'm like, I was gonna try to remember the new rules, but we're still using the older rules. It's just
Athletics versus acrobatics / athletics.
yeah.
All right. Oh fuck!
You are not as strong as you thought you were.
It's okay. She rolled a 9. She rolled worse.
Well, she is a nerd, so.
Whoa, you're not going anywhere.
In response.
And this is when
let's
she casts
see.
Hell's Rebuke.
Only triggers if you deal damage.
Yeah, thankfully.
You do 1 point of damage by being annoying.
You know what?
At least it's 1 point
In
of damage.
response, she is going to create a large shimmering hand and have it attempt to what's the things
Bigby's crushing fish.
Fish?
Ish.
Fist.
Ah.
it's going to try to push you off of her. So it's going to use the forceful hand.
Wait, can she use that if she doesn't have somatic components?
Oh, I guess she can't use Bigby's hand without somatic. Let's see, what else could she do without somatic?
Wizard's greatest
learn-
weakness: fingers.
Well, there's like plenty of like verbal spells that just like she could power word like stun you. Like,
That'd be
Control-
hilarious.
I just ran to the command you to die. Power kill.
ugh. It's just like, well, Terror 3, let's go.
She,
Tier
the
3.
funny thing is, she actually does. Oh wait.
Imagine she
No,
just fireballs
she's-
us all.
She
I'm
is
not knowing,
going
it's your
to,
problem.
as you're doing that, she will struggle, and while she can't use somatic components, she can still technically use an item. And
True.
she maneuvers her staff slightly, and I need you all to make Constitution saving throws.
Oh,
How
That
did
sounds
I
like an
do?
ice spell. Ice.
That's a shame. That's an 8.
That's a
That's a-
16.
that's a 12.
Let's see. Her 14. Okay, so her spell save, the spell save DC is 14.
Okay.
So any who succeeded a 14 will take half this damage.
Oh, fuck.
How's the guy outside the room take more damage? What the fuck?
It's a wide range.
Because the rest of
thing.
us dodged it.
Yeah, exactly.
Says the guy who's across the hall. I dodged it.
All
If
right.
you saw, I rolled an Arcana check to see if I could tell what kind of staff she's using. But
Once-
do that at the end, like when you're not busy. Like, take care of your stuff first.
So that will be 38 points of damage for those who did not succeed, and
You're
half as
uncanny
much
dodging that.
for those who did.
That is 19 points of damage for succeeding. Ow!
I also take 19 points of damage then. Thank you,
And
uncanny dodge.
with
What the
the
fuck?
Arcana check, you can tell, especially with this spell that came out of it, this is a Staff of Frost.
Fuck. That's absurd. Alright.
All I want
Well-
to do is eavesdrop on the damn conversation. I get damn near turned to stone. What the fuck?
You should feel lucky. I'm at 2 HP.
Ow.
I'm just fucking freezing. I'm like, Sable, you fuck.
He just like glares at you guys and she's like, I said, leave me alone.
Fenric, meanwhile in the back. I ain't helping them.
Like that shit hit me too, so I'm tempted to step in, but at the same time, She really didn't do anything but defend herself, so it's very conflicting here.
Self-defense. I got struck in the crossfire, but self-defense. But I got struck in the crossfire, but Sable's being a fucking idiot.
Yeah, that's kind of what it's leaning towards.
She finally goes, if I tell you my name, will you piss off?
Probably not, but it's at least a start.
Because at this point, your name and why the hell is Levistus Karis told you specifically not to try and antagonize us? Not that him motion to Sable has helped with that.
My name is Avarice, and if you must know,
Of course, her name is Avarice.
as far as I'm aware, there is some fucking prophecy or some bullshit that you guys are supposed to stop whatever's happening in this town, and I'm supposed to keep my hands out of it so you can do that. I don't fucking know what's going on in this realm. I don't really care. I'm here to study. So,
Wait. Your lord wanted us to stop what's going on in the town?
he certainly doesn't want the Dwagar to destroy it all.
And we are once again back to the Dwegar.
I'm so confused.
I don't
How you
care.
feel?
Just let her fucking go. Oh, my fucking. I can feel ice inside my eyelids.
Yeah. Oh, that's cute, my dear.
Oh, go fuck yourself, bitch.
Now I have people to do that for me, unlike you.
I don't even want sex.
Can we adopt her into our party? I know she's kind of pissed at us, but can we adopt her into our party?
I mean, if you have a good way to do so, she currently wants nothing to do with you, but you can certainly
We'll try again on the second meeting.
Stunning fist. No, I'm kidding.
Stunning fist, kidnapping, go.
Kidnap her. Throw her into the bag of hold. Alright. Sable, are you still holding on?
Is there anything else? Yeah, I am actually. Is there anything? What are you studying?
You care.
What do you give?
Because, like, at this point, you're the only one that's keeping her here and putting the rest of us at risk.
You're right. If they'll let me leave, I will just leave. It's so simple. I don't know why. You can't listen to simple logic.
That's
Just
because I
it's
know
simple
better.
logic
It's not
for
that
you doesn't
simple.
mean it.
I'm letting her go.
She starts walking away again. And then she turns over her shoulder and just looks back and goes, if I told you what I was studying, you might decide to get to it before I do, and I'm not letting that happen. And then she continues off and takes the boat that you guys left it there to go back to.
What a bitch.
So what she's saying is there's a second chance to meet her. Got it. This is Malk speaking, by the way. Arcus is more just trying to not freeze to death. Thankfully, Uncanny Dodge took the brunt of that damage.
Seth was just like, I wouldn't even give a shit about what you're studying. Fucking. Oh.
Right.
Well,
There
heal
you go.
myself.
There's
Oh, that chick. I've seen art of her before.
Oh, she's so pale. Holy fuck.
She's an albino tiefling. That's how she's described.
Yeah.
She has a resting bitch face, which is very fitting given what Sable just put her through.
Yeah. She's got a resting bitch face that can beat out Sethro.
That's impressive.
She just stole our boat.
Yeah.
Isn't it still tied to a rope?
That doesn't stop her from stealing it.
We can just pull it back with the rope unless she cuts the rope.
Is anyone holding?
Why
the
would
rope,
she
or is it
leave
just
with the
more?
rope?
if the rope is tied to the boat and to the mooring while you're here, which I assume it was, she untied the mooring and just rowed it back.
Well, then that's our boat gone. We'll figure out a different way to get back again.
You know, I definitely skimmed through and read by far the wrong description for the room across the ways.
Is there something I should have noticed?
There is there isn't really. The room is unlit, so it's still dark. It doesn't reek of filth. You see, if you go back in there, you see an iron lever that protrudes from iron plate embedded in the north wall.
Well, that explains how we opened the door.
Okay. I guess what I was okay. I guess we'll open that now.
Your tingling senses were tingling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I killed one today. You can't just have one.
Yeah, so by pulling the leather.
I know there was a cow down here.
Lever? Words are hard right now. My apologies. You hear a bit of a rumbling. If anyone peeks out kind of around the corner here, you can see there's a big blue slab blocking the end of the cistern that starts to raise.
Oh. Okay.
Can I test how stable the fucking ice is?
Yeah, you kind of lean down and put your foot on it, and due to the fact that it's not all frozen over, it is just the edges have some ice buildup. It's more like frozen or floating ice with some parts loosely stuck to the walls. You'd be worried it's not stable. It might not sink, you're not sure about that, but it might just start floating away the moment you step on it.
Gotcha.
Okay. Not great. All right.
This is not good.
Well, this is why planning is always good. No. Oh, don't make me. Oh, I hate it. I hate it. Don't make me do this. Okay. All right. So I guess what I'll do is wild shape and go over and get the boat and row it over here. Kill me. All right.
What did you wild shape into?
It has to be a mammal that can also swim, so
Could just be a fish.
yeah, I
Could
can't do
just be a
fish.
fish.
No, I can't do fish. I think that's 8th level, or is that flying? You are
flying. I believe is 8th. I believe flying is 8th level.
What's
Or is it 4th
fish
level?
then? 4th level. Yeah, no.
I think swim speed is 4th level.
Yeah, swimming
think.
is lower than flying.
Mm-mm. Let me see. I could turn to a cow. No.
I mean,
No.
if need be, I could just fucking, I don't know, just quickly get over there and just deal with the cold.
It's fine. I'm fine. Oh, perfect. Okay. A sheep.
A sheep?
Sheeps float in water because of their fluff. Have you guys never seen like videos of sheep?
Oh no, I believe you. It's just very funny thinking you'll just sheep float.
Yeah, I mean like
Fluffy thing floating across the water.
yeah. All right. Okay. I hate this. All right. Gotta think. My bones start cracking, and you guys see a very wavy furred sheep in front of you.
Pet the sheep.
Don't. You try to pet me, I'll bite you.
I'm petting the sheep.
Well, before you can, I'm jumping into the water.
No.
I swear that was before you came. I'm jumping you.
Wait. Opportunity attack. Pet the sheep.
All right, give it a shot. You know what? I'll give you.
Make an
If you roll an ad
attack
point, I
roll
will
to
laugh.
see if you make contact in your attempt to pet the sheep.
27.
Oh God.
You manage
Nice.
to touch the back of the sheep and run your
Nah.
hand along its back as it jumps into the water.
Yeah, I made sure to use the unarmed strike. For that. But unharmed pet.
Way of the
Ah.
unharmed pet.
I've been pet. No.
Very soft, actually.
How dare you say that? All right, I'm gonna go over.
If we shear Sethra while she's wild shaped, will the wool remain? Huh.
I guess leave that
And
up
you-
to Gabby.
You chose to voice that question aloud?
I'm
I
not there,
mean-
so you know.
I mean, we're in the cold. More insulation's always nice. I mean, you know, wool is a good insulator.
Okay. All right. I get to the shore and wag myself off to get a bit dry, and then turn back.
You do that publicly? You.
Yeah, you know what? No one can see me right now, so I'll wag off however I want.
She was really offended by Everson Markup. She has people that do that for her.
God, what a good. Honestly, I gotta say, you really played that character well. All right, I'm gonna get the boat and head back.
Okay, you can do that totally.
All right. Boat acquired. I give a glare at Sable.
Soft.
I'm gonna get on my shit list.
Oh,
All right. So, last room.
I don't feel like rowing again this time.
Okay.
I'm gonna sit here and lick my wounds publicly.
Public. Yeah, no. Sure. Arcus, Fenric, do you wanna row?
Sure.
All right.
Well, this has been considerably more hassle than I expected, but at least we have the hard evidence.
Indeed. And hey, you found out we aren't the killers of this townspeak, so that's nice. Probably improves your impression of us, huh? I'm saying this is the conversation we're having as we're going to the
This coming from Seth, though, the person who at first sight tried to almost turn him to stone, is hilarious to me.
Yeah.
This
no,
proves your impression of us, right? Bitch, you turned me to stone. You got better.
Well, Sethra was going
got
through a lot
better.
at the time.
All right. So this, as you come up here, is a 5 foot wide, 8 foot high tunnel that leads to a dark, cold room that reeks of filth.
Okay, another.
There's the
room.
filth.
All right. You know what? Just to check, since there was someone down here last time, I'm just gonna knock on the wall and be like, "Hello."
As you knock in hello, you do that, and there is a quiet, there's a moment of quiet before someone steps out and is like, you're not one of them, are you?
Oh, thank God, it's not another child, for fuck's sakes.
We don't know that yet.
I guess not.
Yeah, you're looking at a 64-year-old man who
That was definitely voice enough, not a child, unless they've been through hell.
peeking out, kind of stepping out from the shadows as you slowly enter.
I don't know who them is, but I'm assuming you mean the cultists.
Yeah.
Okay. No. We were here to kill those people.
Are they gone?
I believe all of them, yes.
Fuck yeah.
Though. Oh. You seem especially happy about that.
Well, they threw us in the shithole. Of course I'm happy that they're gone.
Oh.
And as he says that, 4 more people start to come out of the shadows.
Oh, my.
It's an ambush.
This is an actual shithole, isn't it?
Essentially. There was no door in here. They were just locked in here by the fact that there was no boat and a stone door if they tried to swim out.
What were they? Were they just surviving on water?
I don't think we want to answer that question.
Well, they don't look
Okay.
super healthy, but they look malnourished, but they don't look like they are about to keel over any second.
Well, that's, okay.
They haven't
I like
resorted to
that.
cannibalism, that's good.
Well, we don't know that yet. Let's not make assumptions. Yes. My name is Sethra. I work as a contractor of sorts with a party. Would you all be able to say definitively that the people who, captured you were keeping you imprisoned here against your will?
I would say that. He kind of looks
Okay.
over at the younger 2 people in the room. They don't say much.
When you say younger, is it a child? Do you have to
No.
adopt more children?
No, 30 and 25.
Okay.
Damn.
Okay.
They're young
All right.
compared to the 64-year-old.
right.
What you see in this room now is a rather spry and feisty gentleman of 64 years of age. Is the Effeti, a tall, skeletally thin 55-year-old. There is a 45-year-old woman, and then there is a 30-year-old man, and you see another 25-year-old man who seems to be staying more in the shadows than the rest.
Okay, so you'd be able to give a pretty good testimonial. That's good. All right, so who were you? We're going to take you out of here now. if you can, we'd really like you to be able to say that, the people before that were keeping you here killed the townspeak because we believe all the evidence leads
Oh
to
god,
this.
is the
Would you?
townspeak dead?
Oh,
Good
okay.
God,
You
they've
were
been
not.
down here for a while then.
Okay, you were not aware of this. Yes, he recently died.
Oh, oh my. That's terrible.
Yes, quite
been-
unfortunate. There's also,
I've
there
been
was an there was a
assistant.
fire actually, and crazy, and yes, a lot of craziness is happening in the care these days.
Only I've been Speaker Conric's assistant for years at this point. Long before the Eternal Frost. I've
Yeah,
always been at his side.
truly, what's the word? Sorry for you. Sorry, I don't say sorry a lot. That's my bad. Uh, uh,
Well, either way, I'm Lanthus Alderdusk.
Lanthus, good to meet you.
As said, I was the speaker's assistant, notary, and scribe.
Mm.
This here is Alprecht and his wife, Melbera.
Oh,
Alprecht was the butcher, and Melbera is our dwarvish translator.
interesting.
That there is Tam. He works as a housemaid. Mute one that is, so don't be asking him too many questions, he won't answer you.
Oh, I sort of look over to him and do a bit of sign language. That's just something Sethra knows. To see if he actually does respond. Like, are you okay?
Okay, Annie.
He stares and he doesn't seem to understand the sign language.
Huh. Okay, that might have not come here yet.
He's mute, not
Huh.
deaf. He can still hear you.
Well. Some people just aren't educated in some ways. It's fine. Anyway.
And the last one there, and hiding a little bit, that's Dacier. He takes care of the dogs in the castle.
Oh, that's interesting. We found a boy that was taking care of the dogs.
Boy. I don't know
Ah,
if
yes.
no boy taking care of the dogs. It's always been Dacier's job.
It was just some random child that they found.
Interesting.
Very interesting. Now, all you must be freezing to death, so why don't we get you out of here?
Cold ain't bothering us at this point. Think it's the hunger that got into most of us.
Well, that'll do it. I'll spread some rations around to each of them.
They will happily take it and eat it, and they all seem extremely hungry.
Alright. It's Sethra's personally made rations, so it's mostly just a bit of it'd be probably just some raisins and she doesn't really eat that much meat, so it would be probably raisins, some fresh bread, and I can imagine like an energy bar, like her equivalent of an energy bar, since she
Mhm.
comes from like a weird planet.
All right. Well, they're not complaining.
All right.
They are happy with whatever they're getting given, because...
Yeah. All right.
So I believe we found more than enough evidence to exonerate the party.
Oh, that's perfect.
The question is, who's going to stay here and guard the place while we get people down here to see it for themselves?
I look to the assistant of the townspeak. Would you be able to look at something for me and then be able to verify it for me?
I can try. I don't know what I'm looking at or verifying, but can certainly
More I
give it a
want.
try.
More, I want you to be able to see it, and then if anybody comes by, I want you to show it to them as well and tell them about it. So,
Could probably do that.
okay. I'm going to take them in the boat over to the demon statue.
Okay.
So, yeah.
He just stares at it like, I don't know what I'm looking at, kind of. There.
What we believe is that this is their statue of their god of sorts, Levistus.
Okay.
Devil, I don't know. I'm not really.
An archdevil, ruler of one of the 9 hells.
Yes, what he said.
Yeah.
Now, we've already found some evidence that the Knights of the Black Swords were devil worshippers, but I believe this is the smoking gun. About to say smoking gun, but she's like, this is the bloody dagger of sorts.
Okay.
All right. So, would you be able to not verify our story? What would it be called?
Corroborate.
Corroborate our story.
I mean, if someone comes looking for it to verify something, I suppose I can bring them down here.
Great. All right. I'll let what's it called? I'll let Fenric get the rest of your friends.
So you're gonna slowly take everyone back over to main shore?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Takes some time, a little longer with 5 extra people, but you manage it.
Do they recognize any of the bloated bodies?
Um,
Do they recognize any of their fallen comrades?
I would
they recognize
say
the bodies
at
in the
the
water?
very least, with some studying, and it takes a moment because the bodies are not in good shape. But as the notary and scribe, Lanthus is able to name all of the guards because he has had to have relations, payments, and close tracking of everyone in the castle. He knows who's employed and who's on the payroll.
Makes sense.
That's the motherfucker that owes me money.
All right. So.
And the guards don't have names. They're generic guard 1, 2, 3, and 4.
No, I wasn't expecting you to get a name for each one. It's fine. All right.
Jim,
Good.
John, Joe, and Dan.
Damn.
All right. So, I guess we'll wrap up down here, and I guess if there's no other business, we'll head out of sorts. Not, I guess, like, at least we'll, what would call it? Clean up. That's what I mean.
Alright. So, yeah, what exactly, like, where do you go? What exactly do you do from here?
So are we bringing the child?
We could probably leave him here. I mean, there's people to look after him now.
This is true. This entire castle to, well, there's 4 people to look over him, but yeah. Hey, the guy who takes care of the dogs, he could adopt him.
True.
Or
Hmm?
train him at least.
You know, like apprenticeship.
Apprentice dog trainer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Well,
right.
that takes care of that.
All right. I'll take child 3 off my inventory.
That is a wild statement.
At least he didn't die, and I had to take him off.
True.
Also, he wasn't
Taken off
he
for
wasn't
good
intended to be
reason.
reborn with the Phoenix essence.
Mm,
Okay. If we got nothing else, I don't know. Do you guys have anything else you think we should do here before, I guess, just going to rest?
I mean, I would like to send a message out if at all possible.
Good idea.
You could probably, get a message. With a little bit of difficulty, considering this town doesn't have good structure, but I think infrastructure currently. But I think with, like, a 5 gold quote-unquote bribe, not really a bribe, it's just like, hey, you
Incentive.
random person, if I give you 5 gold, will you do this for me?
I don't know if we ever actually discussed the gold that I start with.
I think I did.
You are broke.
Said, you guys each started with 500 gold, I believe I said.
500.
That you could use to, like,
500.
buy additional, if you needed additional armor, gear, or whatever.
Also, where's my code of 500?
You guys have spent
Have
a decent amount of money in
gems.
game. New characters get money to catch up with the
Okay.
inventory allowance.
So
Well, they need to
I
have
will
prosthetic
spend
dreams.
5 gold to send a message to Brinshander
Okay.
and let them know that we need assistance in basically filling them in on the brief details of what happened.
Yeah. Yeah, your 5 gold essentially gets a runner to run the letter to a proper, like, post carrier who will then get it the
Right.
rest of the way. So it'll be a few days, but you'll get there.
The poor man runs his way all the way to fucking Bryn Shander.
The birth of the Icewind Marathon.
And they're off.
So that has at least bought us a couple of days of rest.
Yeah, so you guys send it off and go back to the mansion for the evening?
Probably, yeah.
I think that's prudent.
Alright, you do that. By the time you guys leave the castle, to no surprise to anyone, there's no signs of where Avarice might be. But the town is slowly starting to come out, mainly to, like, point and wonder at the smoke and the sudden lack of guards. They're like, hey, the martial law has gone down a bit and there's smoke from the care.
The beacons are lit. Martial law has ended.
Do you think we should take a trip through the town to see if there's any cultists left over?
Mm,
I'm pretty sure they all came to the care, but just to be sure.
I feel like I believe in the idea that when the leader is destroyed, all the others will disseminate. But I agree with the idea.
It's more of a matter of they actually still walk around dressed up as Knights of the Black Sword, or they're actually, trying to blend in with the common people. Unless we won't have Sable just walk up to him and start speaking in Infernal, which will probably get him kicked out sooner than anything else.
So yeah, now it's just a day or two of downtime unless someone has something specific they want to do.
I mean, technically, there's still the whole Dwygar thing in fucking the other care place that we can't speaking started. They got sidetracked on.
I mean, honestly, I think we should just go down to East Haven and maybe drop off the kids. We've been meaning to go to East Haven for a while.
Up to you what you guys as a group want to do. And what Fenric is okaying, or if he's gonna put his foot down and make you wait.
I mean, I would think it'd be in their best interest to wait.
Yeah, I'm fine waiting a bit.
I mean, I'm not trying to speak for the party, obviously, but
I mean, you are our basically our legal advisor at the moment. So.
basically,
Yeah, I'm like, you're currently essentially the officer investigating a current murder with the like, it'd be advised that you stay in town. Any thing you say or do will and can be held against you. So what do you
I'm
guys
a lawyer,
wanna
but
do?
I'm not your lawyer.
Yeah, so
So
up to your discussion where you...
if you want to go somewhere, I can't specifically stop you. It wouldn't look good, but that's on you.
I mean, there's one place I'd want to go, but the rest of the party is still wanted.
Yeah, this is the attempt to remove the bounty on your head that may or may not exist.
Thing is, we have to rest tonight anyway, so
Well, yeah.
staying here for a couple days and maybe like take care
Seeing
of like
what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you could totally do a few days of downtime, hang out in and out of the town as the town slowly tries to come back to normal. It seems like no one outside the care has been hurt. They're mostly just kind of frightened into their houses. They still don't fully trust you because while you've sent for someone to come and say that you're not actually bad, they're just like, they still see it as those were the weird guys who were in town before the townspeople got murdered. And just because some other random dude goes, oh hey, they're cool, they're still like, I don't know.
I don't expect them to take me at my word.
Yeah, so they're not like trying to bum rush and like deal with you themselves, but they're not welcoming. They're kind
Fucking
of like
walk out of the invisible mansion to an angry mob.
stay wherever you're staying that's out of our sight, and we'll leave you alone. But don't
Oh.
come near our families.
If we have extra days, I forgot to do something.
Okay.
What was that? Avarice. What was her? Was there anything in her study?
From what you could tell, it was like a desk, but
Yeah.
she seemed to be poring over a spell book, and she had a staff, both of which she picked up when she was trying to
makes
leave the room. So
Yeah,
And then held
as you
hostage.
do. Yeah. All right. Just want to see if she left like notes or
no,
random bullshit.
she took all her important stuff with her.
Mm-hmm.
There's like pens, but not like the pens with the magical ink. They're
Well,
just
yeah.
her note taking pens, not her transcribing.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
All right.
yeah.
Good to know.
Through this, at one point in this downtime, since you have so many days without doing anything, Daniel will actually approach you, Sethra, and goes,
Hmm.
I know we haven't been doing a lot of traveling for the last few days, so if you want to try again teaching us that math, I wouldn't mind trying to learn.
Record scratch. Everyone just looks at them surprised.
He doesn't mind learning, he just got frustrated and confused.
No, of course.
When you teach a child fucking rocket science.
But he wants
Daniel,
to keep trying.
Daniel, the urge to
Stable at the top.
Daniel, the surge to wish to learn is something great to have. But I think that I was at fault. I think I need to teach you something that is suited to you. So, let's do something that I think will be good for you.
Okay.
I think that maybe all these tests and papers and all that, maybe they're not the best for your learning style. Maybe we should do something that will help you a little bit more. Maybe some visuals. You know. We'll work around a different style. And I think maybe that'll allow you a bit more creative freedom in your learning.
Okay. Well, what will we be learning? I don't really mind what we're learning as long as it's I can understand it. I think we went too fast, maybe? Can we just do something a little slower?
Of
Visuals
course, of
good.
course. Yes, of course, of course. All right. Throughout the day, I'm going to give Daniel, and if Lacey wants to join, I'm not going to force her, as I would before. I'm just going to leave the option open, but if she doesn't want to, it's fine.
She's probably more in and out depending on how bored she's getting. She's a little younger, shorter attention span.
I'm essentially
The shortest
going to
attention span.
instead of using equations and using essentially hard math and essentially being like, here is how algebra works, I'm going to use various simple situations and explaining it through stories so that he can understand it slowly and take it as sort of how would I do you understand kind of what I'm saying, where it's like
You're
I want him to
teaching
understand it.
Addition using the so I have 5 apples and I gave my friend 2 apples. How many apples do I have left? Instead of trying to teach him algebra.
Exactly. I'm using visual examples of this by literally like summoning apples for him and being like, so how many are we using now? And I'm being patient with him. I'm providing him snacks while he's even having it, because before I would literally smack him on the hand if he tried to eat while he studied. But now
Fucking drill sergeant over here.
Past Sethra would be like, you need to be focused on your studies, but this Sethra is like, hey, it's okay. Everyone needs a
Oh.
little sugar when they study.
Sereth was a good influence then, by dying.
Well,
That's one way to take it.
I mean, in a literal way, like Sethra is like feeling like, in a way, like she wants to be a better teacher because of the whole thing with Tereth.
Daniel actually seems like he is quite intelligent and excels when you start at the level when you start at grade 1 math and not at grade 10 math.
Of course.
He is, and the more he succeeds, the more he wants to keep going. Like, he doesn't get bored as long as he's understanding. If he's
Mood.
getting it and he's getting rewarded, even if that's just like, cool, we did a page, do you want a snack? Then he is all for this learning thing.
Great.
Lacey is in and out of the room, like, she'll sit in for a little bit of a lesson and then start humming to herself and kicking her legs and then decide to leave and run off and ask someone for a story about something or other. And
I think for Lacey, I'm just gonna leave out some drawing books that I wrote during the night, or drew during the night, so that, and I mean literally, they are just like those black and white, like pencil things where you just fill in color. And
Awesome.
I'm just gonna be like, Lacey, if you want to try this out, there are numbers where you put in certain paint colors, but please do whatever you want with these.
she will have quite a bit of fun with those.
Great.
Sethra is finally starting to learn how to act around children. Congratulations.
Also with someone dying.
Tereth looking down, proud of Sethra.
Looking up, let's be honest.
Hey,
Let's be honest, it's crazy.
he
You
was a
had
good
a-
person before he got
You
crazy.
had a devil that was trying to get your soul. You're in hell.
Uh,
You ate dwarf.
hey, it was an
Hey,
experiment.
it was tasty.
It was the experiment.
And tasty.
Alright.
Yeah, so I would say you're stuck here for probably pretty close to a week. By the time the message gets there, they gather people and they manage to travel back. It's about a week that you're hanging out and doing this, but you know, it seems a little more of a chill week than it has been in some ways.
During this time, could I just have Sable working as kind of like a temporary town smith, just repairing stuff that needs repaired?
Yeah,
'Cause
I'd
I've
say
got
you
the
could do that.
proficiency.
Yeah, I'd say you could do that, and you will earn, let's see, not much. People can't afford to get much, so you earn a total of 4 gold from doing that. But
That's fine.
they try.
That's
Hey,
fine.
that's 4 more gold than you had before.
That was a really bad roll, but that's okay. I'm like, you'll earn 3d8 worth of gold for it. Rolls 2 1s and a 2.
That's fine. He's barely
You
even
earn
doing
shit.
it for the money.
He's doing it for the love of the game.
I'm like, at this point, it's probably less you're charging people and more donations and what people can scrap together. So it's like you offer to do it and someone gives you they're like 5 copper they have, and another has like 3 silver for you, and
Yeah, something like that.
Hey, you could pay Fenrir.
Why would I pay him?
Oh, he had to spend 5 gold.
I spent it because I chose to spend it.
No, shut up. You're getting paid. Money is money. Once again, this is Mock speaking.
so I would say, yeah, after the week, there was someone that I can't remember the name of in Bryn Shander that they would probably send. Let me go find their name.
Lucario?
A Pokemon?
Yes.
Oh, wait. How many days has it been? A week?
About a week.
Yeah.
Oh, guys. I finally finished my first health potion.
Congratulations.
Wow.
I'm gonna fucking display it. It's gonna have my own brand label on it and everything.
I can give you a label if you want on it. Like I've got these seals over here.
Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect. Oh.
Right. Just tell me how you want your little seal to look like, and I got you.
Okay, so it's me. I'm kind of like giving the directions, like in a different side of the room, while everyone's like, "These two, I swear to God."
Yeah.
But by the end, it's just like it's me, and it's like in the pose of like the fucking who the fuck. Who am I thinking of? Oh no, Wendy's. Like the Wendy's, like it's a really cute, like
like a chibi version of you.
yeah,
your
chibi
face.
version of me. Yeah.
So, yeah, in a week, it is Sheriff Markham Southwell who shows up.
Mhm.
And you, for those of you who were here at the time, you'll remember this is the same person who gave you the quest to go get the Goblin Chief's head.
Yeah.
That guy.
It's that guy.
I wouldn't know who that is.
You
Jump him!
We aren't jumping him.
Fenric, for your sake, you probably know them as like they're probably who you would be more reporting to, even though the townspeaks wanted you to do this. This is the
Right.
sheriff of the biggest town. They would
Yeah.
be the like main contact point that would escalate it to the townspeak if need be. So
Right.
you've probably worked with them a little bit to get to this point of being sent here.
Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense.
So they come and they meet you at whatever. At some point, run into you. There actually is probably like they're sitting at the uphill climb, and because you guys are in and out of the mansion, which no one really knows where it is or how to get in, they kind of just have told people who they're looking for and if they are seen to send them his way. So in one of your like outings into town, Markham, like a villager approaches one of you and discusses, excuse me, but the sheriff, I think, of one of the other towns is looking for you guys, I think.
Perfect. That's who we were waiting for.
They're in the uphill climb.
Thank you.
All
You're
right.
welcome. And they scurry off. Like, they don't really want to be talking to you guys, but they were told by someone of greater authority to go talk to you guys, so they did.
All right. Let's see what they have to say.
So yeah, we head to the uphill climb.
Yeah, you see, this gentleman sitting there with his hands folded in front of him. He's kind of just staring at some, like, stew that was made for him, but seems not unimpressed and, like, peasant, why would I eat this? But kind of, I've ate this for the 3rd day straight and I should eat it again, but I don't feel like it. Just, like,
I need some
contemplating
diversity,
life.
damn it.
As he looks up and spots you guys, mainly Fenrir, makes eye contact with Fenrir. Ah, there you are. No one quite
Yeah.
knew where you guys kept disappearing to. They just said you would come into town during the days, keep to yourself, and disappear.
Yeah, the town doesn't seem to trust us, and not that I necessarily blame them, but we've been staying with the mansion.
He
I
just,
don't
like,
know
raises an
entirely how it
eyebrow.
works. It's some sort of arcane magic. I don't really know how it works.
It's
Fascinating.
better not to explain right now.
So, your note said you have a report for us?
Yeah, and then I just start explaining. Starting with tracking them down, following them to the spire, getting to the spire before them.
Getting ambushed by
Being
us.
Sable.
He patiently listens to it all, and he looks skeptical, just like it sounds like a wild story.
Oh, wait, they were gonna forge documents?
If by they you mean Sable, then yes.
Yeah, so he's watching for a bit, going like, wow, that is insane, and then finally sighs, then goes, I suppose you have proof you want to show me?
Oh, several different pieces of evidence.
Start with the sculpture garden.
Yes. Would you like to follow us to the care?
Yeah, so he looks at all your evidence, and then at the end of like looking at it all, he will turn and go, all right, so I believe you for the most part, but none of this evidence directly correlates or even seems to fully match the investigation that happened over in Tourmaline? Is that the right
Tourmaline.
town?
Tourmaline.
Tourmaline. So you're not under arrest, but I wouldn't say your names are 100% cleared either, unless there is a way to prove that the murder there was the same as the one here.
Mm.
For now,
Let me then.
you won't. The wanted posters will be ordered to be removed.
Oh, thank you.
But I cannot promise you everyone's gonna trust you. I still, frankly, barely trust you. I'm
Marcus
only
shrugs.
giving you this grace because Fenric seems to have at least some good grace towards you. And if I can't
My
trust
goal was
him, I can't trust many.
my goal was to find the truth, not necessarily prove their innocence. However, that being said, I can say fairly confidently that the events here at Caer Dineval were not the result of this party.
I agree. I'm just saying it doesn't. The events here does not clear them. In Tourmaline, as of
Agreed.
yet. But I am willing to give the benefit of the doubt enough to not have everyone on high alert of them at this time. Then he looks back at you, Fenrir. And with that, I would say the job you were asked to do is done. What you do from here on out is up to you.
Understandable. I think for sanity's sake, I'll stick with this group for the time being. Just so that I can lend my weight towards if anything else happens to go sideways.
He smirks and goes, I had a feeling you'd say that. We just can't afford to keep paying you.
Wait, I was getting paid? No, I'm kidding.
I assume you got paid up front for this job and probably part of the 500 starting gold.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's like, I can't pay to keep you on this mission, but if you want to do it yourself, have at her.
Yes, let's come up with a random contrived reason to stay with the party.
What, you don't love us?
No, God, no. You kidding me? Staying with you people is stressful. And yes, I mean you people.
Why do you think I literally gave you the they're not cleared as innocent as of yet?
Fair enough.
All right, so you kind of cleared your name, sort of, potentially. Cleared your
Where
name
the-
You're-
in this town.
You are at least free to move about the 10 towns
Yeah.
to an extent.
Yeah, once that sheriff's gone, Tareth.
Terrence shall return.
Tareth returns from the grave. No, Sable was just gonna say, hey, so you guys are you guys have been found not guilty so far. Looks like it's time for a trip to Tourmaline when the opportunity presents itself, because
Oh.
that's where I wanted to go.
Oh. Is
Why?
that right?
I once had family there.
Family.
That was a while back. It'd just be nice to see the sights, I suppose.
I hate to, but I'm gonna insight that.
All right.
Go for it.
Arch, make a
Oh,
deception
that
or
would-
persuasion check, whatever is relevant.
That was almost a 19. You should know. That was some bullshit.
Where is it? I'm trying to. Okay.
You are gonna beat it. It's fine.
Did I beat it? I didn't.
Yeah,
see
it's
Yes,
what
you
a
did.
3.
Does my passive insight do anything to that?
In this case, I'd say no.
Okay. I'm not gonna roll. I just found it funny that that's my passive insight still higher than that.
Yeah, my passive insight's higher than that.
Well,
It was a shitty lie, and you were very terrible reading that shitty lie.
well, if you noticed which dice or which skill I rolled with,
Fair enough. Well, I suppose I don't mind going back as long as we're not going to be arrested. Might be good to have some good press about us. Let's head down to East Haven, and then we'll start heading westward. I hate to No, Sever doesn't say that.
Alright, so you guys start packing up and start heading towards East Haven.
Mhm.
Simple enough to do. When you get to East Haven, the wanted posters do indeed to be missing. East Haven was the place that was probably the nicest to you thus far, so coming in anyways doesn't seem to be an issue. You're not having to deal with too major of prejudice against you guys for being here. Everyone seems pretty chill.
Nice
And
is
that
a
sounds like it's
strong
Rob
word.
again.
Yeah, I was about to say. I'm keeping an eye on my fucking wallet.
Okay, fair. They just don't think you're absolutely terrible human beings that they should be watching their backs around. You might need to watch your backs around them. They just don't feel the need to watch their backs around you.
Also, they have more beef with Tourmaline than anything else. Alright, guess what we hear? Can I start selling half the shit I pickpocketed off of fucking Terrace body?
Yes.
Alright, da-da-da-da.
I'm gonna follow Arcus because. Well, do I know that you have Tereth stuff?
Probably not. I've made zero mention of it, and it's all in my bag of holding.
Did we find anything useful in the fucking tower to sell?
I don't think so. Let me reopen
Not
it
really.
back up, but
Doesn't sound like there was anything there.
Okay. Mind
mean,
giving me the
that-
books? Just to...
Write the word books, and where the fuck were the ones I actually made note of? Oh, I think it was the Wizard in the Hollows was the one book I found, or at least the one I took note of.
I see. It's somewhere in the chat. I'll just look for that. Don't worry.
Oh, and there's also the magical one, the Netheril. Oh no, I found 3 books. That's for all the there. The magical one is the Netheril, Mysteries of the Faerun, and then Wizards in the Hollow.
You found some flasks of alchemist fire.
And that came very
8
much in handy.
longbows and 8 quivers.
That's worth selling.
That's the only thing you really found.
Time to start arming up a small militia.
Made of children?
No, not in the slightest. Let's see. Alright, so that's 1 great axe, fucking 4 hand axes, a long sword, a mace, and then a shield.
And then...
Oh, and the plate armor too.
Good luck selling that.
Sorry, I'm just noting stuff down, which
No
I should have
problem.
done before. But all right. Do you want to sell the longbows and stuff?
I mean, we can.
No, I mean, do you want to be the one to do it since you're already selling all of Tarot's equipment?
Oh, well, in that case, yeah. Just add on to the
Yeah.
list of things I'm selling.
All right. In that case, I'm gonna go buy some alchemist equipment and then go swing by town hall.
Alright. Cool. So, you guys are around town shopping and hanging out, selling things, getting ready to go to town hall. The kids are kind of keeping close. I am on the wrong map screen. Fine. Let me go back to the Icewind Dale one. As you guys are heading to the town hall after doing your selling, someone runs past in an absolute panic and like pushes you out of the way to get to town hall in front of you.
Oh, jeez. Is he trying to steal money from me? No, I grab him. I grab this motherfucker.
I grabbed this motherfucker.
They do not appear to be trying to steal from you. They are in quite a panic and a rush.
You
What?
can't have my wallet. Holds him hostage.
I don't trust him. What do you want?
Make a grapple check if you're trying to grapple them.
So I can't make a grapple check. What are you, crazy? Wait, I can make an amazing grapple check.
Shout to the -1.
Impressive.
Yeah, you grab him as he runs by, and as you grab him, what are you doing? There's a dragon coming!
Oh, for the love of Pete.
What? I drop him.
I drop.
You drop him and he runs inside the place and starts trying to tell anyone who would listen that Goodmead has been destroyed by a Dwagar riding a dragon.
I'm sensing a trend here.
Was Goodmead the orc town?
No,
No.
that was the one before. That was Dugan's Hole.
Damn it. Okay.
And I'm pretty sure that's literally the next town towards where we are right now. So yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's-
Let them die.
Me, that's fine.
no, they'll
Well,
slow
we
them down. That's fine.
We actually like East Haven.
No, obviously we want to defend East Haven.
No, I
but,
meant Dugan's Hole. Like, fuck
Oh,
Dugan's Hole.
well, I mean, most people there were already dead. And the
Yeah.
survivors are probably also already dead now because of the dragon. They could not catch a break, like, damn.
Yeah. God. Okay. What the fuck? Okay, I'm gonna start running to town hall.
You guys, this is what's happening. Like as you were trying to go in, some guy pushed you out of the way and you grabbed him. So you're there.
Okay. What the hell is going? Oh, I'm just gonna start pushing everyone out of the way to get to the townspeak.
Move, bitch.
The
Oh,
townspeak looks completely out of his element.
What? I can't actually remember this man's name, so I'm just gonna say townspeak. Townspeak. What the hell is going on?
Do we even know his name?
I don't. Sethra wouldn't remember, to be honest.
Da-da-da-da.
Speak, Jimmy.
Yeah, I think you've met this guy before.
Yeah, we saved his life.
There's Daneth Wallen. There it is.
Yeah, so Daneth, it's like, well, if you'd all calm down so I can hear this man out. He's trying to get, like, you and everyone else to back up so the guy who came in and has given the slight warning can finish talking. And
Okay.
he looks up and the dragon, the black armored looking, it did not look natural. I don't think it was a natural dragon, but it attacked Goodmead and it's still attacking. I think I saw it from the distance. I had a note for Goodmead. I was trying to get there, and I saw it swoop down, and oh god, I don't think anyone could survive. We have to run!
So we're going to Goodmead then, right?
No. Why would we?
I mean, it's on the way one way or the other, unless you want to at least just go through the fucking frozen wilderness and die again.
Well, I'm just saying that if it's at Goodmead, by the time we get there, it's gonna be gone. Along with Goodmead.
The real worry is we'd run into it and it would kill us. So,
Yes, if Goodmead's on along the way, maybe, but
okay. Okay, I'm gonna see, like, I'm gonna walk up to the man and, like, if I can, like, calm him down by giving him some,
gold.
not gold,
Here's
some
100 gold, shut the
relaxing,
fuck up.
a very relaxing massage on his neck, and just be like,
Make a
Sure.
dexterity check to see how relaxing this massage is.
yeah.
Him with the
how
Vulcan nerve
relaxing
pinch.
is my massage? It's a 10.
You might get him to calm down a little bit. It's not the best massage. It's not like instant relaxing. He is still
Yeah.
kind of shaking a little bit, but he's
Okay.
not pushing you away, so.
Yeah. All right, my good man. I need you to describe very accurately, 1, who you are, 2, are you from Goodmead, 3, where was the dragon coming from?
Uh,
Which direction?
I'm Kennethan, and
Okay.
I'm nobody. I run messages for some gold every now and then. I'm not from Goodmead. I'm actually up from Tourmaline. I was trying to run messages down to Goodmead. But the dragon seemed to be coming from further south. I think I didn't get close enough to get a good look of what it looked like or exactly where it was. It could have just been circling around. I don't know. I didn't stay to watch. I just kind of saw it swooping down on the town, and I turned around and started to run.
My massage gets much worse as I'm like, my fingers get like fucking angry, and I'm like, fucking motherfucking cultists, I swear to God.
She has the angry vein popping on her forehead.
Yeah. Damn it. I hate being wrong. Okay. Everybody here, I need you all to listen to me. My name is Sethra Lavode. I need you to all quickly calm down, as I have some pertinent information for you all. I've been informed recently that Duergar have been taking up home in the spine of the mountain, and it seems as if they have made their move of sorts. I'm sorry to say, but this is the result. So, but if we follow the direction of this dragon, we may be able to track them back to their homes and get a revenge of sorts. How'd that sound?
If you can do something about it, that'd be great. Someone calls from the back, like, they're not volunteering. But they're like, if you want to do something, go ahead.
Something about asking the town next to the town got razed to the ground. They want revenge. Is kind of funny to me.
Well, actually, no, I wouldn't say revenge. I'd be more like, we'll do what our best to slow the dragon and make sure that no one here dies, but I'm going to suggest that everybody here evacuates to the farthest north town that you can.
I would actually suggest Bryn Shander.
Well, my thought would be that they would go to the center town.
It's
Maybe-
the biggest town.
Isn't Bryn Shander both past the good meat, which got razed to the ground, and fucking the other place that is currently occupied by the orcs?
Well,
Why don't we see the world map?
yeah, let me pull up the world map for you guys. Okay. So, Dugan's Hole, raised by orcs. Goodmead is where a dragon was sighted. You guys are
Okay,
in
there's a
East
fork in the
Haven,
road.
or you could go to Bryn Shander. So Caer Konig or Tourmaline would be like the furthest away from the current known whereabouts.
Is that a dragon head?
Yeah.
Ah, rest in peace, Goodmead.
Now it's bad mead.
Recipes that town speak got thrown right into hell and never got to fix it.
Yeah. I would feel like they can get to Bryn Shander and East Haven basically in either direction, so they'll basically just choose a direction to fly in. If anything, the best place to go might either be Bremen, Tourmaline, or Caer Konig. Like I said, Caer Konig, I think would be pretty good, but I think Tourmaline would be the hardest place for them to evacuate to because they'll run in the direction of the dragon. You know what I mean?
Well, we're not 100. Are we sure it's even heading to East Haven right now?
We have no idea which direction it is, but we just know it's around Goodmead. So assuming
It
I'm just
could be
gonna make it-
heading south.
let's assuming
Oh,
so this is its where it could be. If they leave East Haven and go a direction like Bryn Shander, they could run into it. But if they go to Caer Dineval, they have no chance to run into it.
yeah. But there is the alternative of the dragon's probably heading north. And then we're just sending them to the next location it'll go to.
I mean, yeah, but at least that'll like slow them down while we like, you know, like it'll delay it at least. We can't actually, save any towns at this point. We fucked up. We gotta literally just send people away to different towns until we can find the Duergar like stronghold and stop this.
I don't think we're going to be able to stop it by finding a stronghold. We need to take out the dragon.
That's a funny joke.
It's not a joke.
I mean,
It's
the old
already
woman
on the
said he had like a.
move.
The old woman said he had like a forge he was working on. So that forge, well, a forge and some sort of engine powered by a beating dragon's heart. So those two
Mhm.
things might be all we need to take out to deal with the dragon.
Mm-hmm. If anything,
Yeah.
if we find the plans at its castle, we might be able to find some weakness in its design.
While it's destroying all of the 10 towns
well,
currently.
But presuming it keeps destroying all the towns, because if it really wanted to, he could have been here by now, burned this place to the ground.
here's the thing. We'll either run into it and die, and it'll destroy all the towns, or we could go to the castle, kill the guy who's controlling it, and disable some aspect of it to weaken it, and it'll destroy the 10 towns.
They did say a Duergar is writing it, so pretty sure he's controlling it from atop it.
Hmm,
Unless it happens to be an unrelated Duergar.
could be unrelated to Dwagar.
Also, with the amount of times the Wergots have been mentioned today, I'm starting to doubt that.
Maybe you're right that we could ambush it and at least make it retreat. I don't disagree with the idea. I just think that we're risking our lives for, you know, us essentially almost dying for a small amount of benefit. This is how Sethra would think at least.
Well, I'll just be sure to tell these people that you think that they're a small benefit.
I think that they're.
That's crazy.
I think that their homes are a small benefit. I think their lives are much more important. A house can be repaired, but if they're literally just going to die and not, retreat as far north as they can, then...
As you guys are having this conversation, outside of the town hall, you can hear the, sounds of multiple dog sleds kind of pulling up to the area. And, soon, one more figure bursts through the door.
It's probably the Dwarf Chief making his declaration of his demands, isn't it?
Imagine it's the white tiefling again, or albino tiefling.
If Everest pulls up again, that would be funny.
What? Is it white woman jump scare?
Oh no!
This is actually a older looking human with that eye patch over her right eye. There is a snowy owl perched on her shoulder. She's wrapped in thick cold weather clothes. She walks in with an air of both superiority and grace to some extent.
That's the look of a woman who's seen some shit and knows exactly what to do in this exact situation.
And she walks in, and then her first, oh, well, there are the adventurers I keep hearing about. Took me long enough to find you. This is where you've been coddled this entire time? No, I've been in this town before. You haven't been coddled away here, but I don't know where. Either way, I have been looking for you.
Why does everyone keep looking for us? This is ridiculous.
We were literally wanted criminals up until yesterday.
Well...
Anyway, who are you?
Okay.
I am Velin Harpel. I am a wizard of the Arcane Brotherhood, and I have been looking for adventurers, and I heard there's some around, even though they might have been causing mischief, but the mischief of others is not any of my business. Anyways, I have a quest for you, but I know there is much more urgent matters at hand, so I have a proposition for you instead.
Proposition? You've come at a very specific kind of time.
Yes, well, I didn't mean to show up when a dragon was attacking, but now that has happened, it comes at a very opportune time in a way.
Opportune? You have an interesting thought process.
Well, you see, let me explain myself.
Sure. Go ahead.
I need your help with something. Though I know gaining trust of people is a little bit of a hassle. So, I propose...
Looks over to Fenric.
I will aid such noble adventurers such as yourself in the defeating of this dragon, and then in exchange, I get to propose what I would like to have you help me with.
You were not kidding when you said opportune.
Quid pro quo. We can't say no to help at this point.
I mean, she helps us slay the dragon. All we had to do was effectively just hear her out to uphold our end of the bargain. Though, of course, given the way things have been going, I can have a couple of guesses what her end might want to be.
Can I first at least ask? You're not a devil worshipper,
Oh, heavens! No! You think the esteemed Harpel family would stand for the worship of devils?
I simply do not care what the Harpel family does. I have been dealing with nothing but cultists all day.
She walks up all day. It's been like a week, but you know. She walks up with absolute no regard for personal space and puts an arm over your shoulder. Well, I respect that of you, and I can assure you personally that I am no such thing.
Well, I guess now getting a closer look at her face, is she really human?
Make an insight check.
That's a genuine. I think that's a genuine question.
I mean, it is. It's more amusing.
Azura rated and I missed it. Thank you for the raid, Lady Azura.
Oh. Insight?
Yeah.
Oh, you kid. It was right on 18. I swear this dice is bullshit.
You
Anyway,
don't
4.
see anything wrong with her. It's
Okay.
hard to tell, but like, first glance, everything seems normal.
Okay. Well, if the rest of my companions seem fine with the proposition.
This assumes we survive the dragon.
This assumes we survive the dragon.
I am sure adventurers such as yourself will be fine against a creature such as the dragon.
You have a lot of trust in us. I really don't know where that's coming from.
I think it's more faith than trust.
Definitely more faith.
With desperation.
Either way, our hands are most definitely tied in this situation here.
Little bit. All right.
Can't say we don't need all the help we can get.
Indeed.
Right, you are about that. Even one such as myself, I have to admit I am a little worried about going up against a dragon, but as long as we prepare in the correct ways, I am sure everything will be just fine.
That is a lot of optimism. I do not understand that. I have literally seen dragons that have eaten suns.
That is a fascinating story. Terrifying, but fascinating. You'll have to tell me more about that later.
I
Eat
would,
the daughters too.
I really don't think you would even be able to comprehend it, but all right.
For now,
Doesn't like
though,
Vexoria lived in your world.
if I may make a suggestion,
Yes.
I think it would be in our best interest to retreat to the town we can best fortify and prepare for said dragon.
And that would be?
Bryn Shander, of course.
You believe it's going to hit Bryn Shander next?
Not necessarily.
Bryn is one of the biggest towns, so it
I
would make
believe
sense.
Bryn Shander will be the most opportune place to set up an ambush for the dragon.
Well, it will be unfortunate if all these people get their homes destroyed.
Well, there's not much we can do about that, is there?
No, there's
I'm
not
not
much.
a fan of leaving. What if Bryn Shander's the last place it attacks? That means we've just let 9 out of the 10 towns get burned to the ground.
Wait.
But at least we have dealt with the threat that is causing it, and the Tens town can be rebuilt.
I think now Dugan's Hole, Goodmead, East Haven, Caer Dineval, Caer Conning. They become the 5 towns. Not
Alright, Tareth.
that's speaking quite Literally. I'm not planning anything. I agree with the idea, at least.
I was about to say, we don't have a better plan, so
Yes.
The alternative is we fight it here.
And then die here with any zero preparations.
This city is very open. It'd be kind of difficult to defend. It has no walls. And unfortunately, making walls would be quite difficult for me right now. I have to admit, she makes the best point.
all right. So we're gonna go to Bryn Shander and prepare to fight a dragon.
Indeed.
So it would seem.
That is fantastic. Well, if you don't have a way to get there quickly, I suppose I can lend you one of my dog sleds.
We have axe beaks at the moment, so might
And
be able
a
to
dog
try.
sled.
And a dog sled, yeah.
Oh, that is wonderful. I don't have to leave any of my lackeys behind. Anyways, let's go. She walks outside and you see 3 dog sleds there.
3.
With 2 of them
One more.
have like just ice kobolds piloting them. One has cloaked kobold figures sitting on the other. They're not like piloting them. She gets on the back of that one.
I'm just gonna yell out. Oh, sorry, please go.
I was to say, and she just like looks at you guys going, "Alright, come along now."
I'm gonna yell out to her and say, just a moment, bit of business. And I turn to the townspeak and be like, we're gonna leave right now and try to stop all the 10 towns from being destroyed. But, and I then get a very serious look as I get closer to him, meeting him eye to eye. I would like payment up first. So, I don't want any gold or anything. I want some very honest information from you.
I suppose that's fair.
Dazan, the wizard that you burned a couple weeks back. With him, was there a book?
Oh god, you're making me look back to that quest. Okay. I from what I can tell, there I'm just double checking. I am going to say from that he honestly looks like, not that I know of. We only managed to get 2 things from him confiscated, and as far as I can tell, it's... Well, I believe you guys took one of them, and the other was just a scroll, not a book.
Cool.
It was a scroll of fireball, I believe.
Hmm. Okay. Would someone else know what he had on him?
No, not...
Oh?
Everything that he had on them was, reported and stored here. If there was anything else on him, it's either stolen before we got to him, or it was burned with the body.
Hmm. That's very strange. That doesn't make any sense at all. Doesn't make any sense. Okay. Then I'll be on my way.
Alright.
Apologies.
And you guys, start riding for Bryn Shander.
I'll say before we leave, just be like, I was gonna say, can I quickly tell my informant to find somewhere safe? Since I did tell him I'd meet him in East Haven before the fucking dragon sow to raise places to the ground.
Yeah,
Also-
I'd say you could probably leave like a message for him.
All right.
Also, are we planning on telling any of the other towns to evacuate?
I would
Or are
assume.
we just saying fuck them and we're gonna fight at Bryn Shander and that's fine. We'll just let
I would
them all.
assume everybody here is gonna tell every other town to evacuate.
At this point, evacuating is going to move them closer to the dragon. So it's really best for everyone else to just shelter in place at this point.
Well, I would say go north, but
Yeah, but the only place north from Caer Dineval is Caer Konig.
yeah. I mean, that at least delays it a bit.
But if they're going to Caer Konig and the dragon follows them, they're screwed either way because we're not going to be there.
Yeah, but
Also,
you
we're
have
trying to
most-
predict the dragon's path. We don't know where it's really going to go or anything like that.
Mm.
Like, Good
Yeah,
Meek
we
absolutely
don't-
could just been like a show of force.
Mhm.
I'd rather play it safe than sorry.
I mean,
Like, I'm not saying we shouldn't tell them to evacuate. I'm just saying I think it would be safer for them to stay in place and fortify what they have.
I don't.
Yeah,
let the townspeople actually be the ones handle the distributing of information. That's what I was looking for.
Yes.
Like we
I
do
don't
shit
think
in
we
Bryn
should
Shander,
tell
and
them
then
to
we get there.
evacuate, but if their town decides they want to, that's up to them.
yeah.
Not to mention some of these towns straight up might not like us, so like the quote wanted criminals say, "All right, it's time to evacuate." They might try to arrest us on the spot. We're trying to plot something.
Hmm.
On that note,
On that note, as you guys
We
start
ride.
to leave town, we're gonna end session.
Figured as
It's
much.
8 o'clock. So,
Yeah.
dragons are attacking. What will our heroes do next? Find out next time, but until then, have a lovely evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, Lady Azura, again for the raid. Sorry, I missed it at the time. Either way, have a lovely night. We should be back for more Lightning Returns tomorrow. Either way, I will see you all next time.